Hello, Richard here. So I'm going to attempt to make my first video of my garden. Bear with me. So I'm going to start in the greenhouse. I won't go through every single plant in here, but I just want to point out a few. Here is a Jabea Sagres hybrid. Don't know if you can just see the label there. This one's about 3 years old, and it's touching the roof of the greenhouse now, which is pretty good. I have a Bootia Jabea Sunka hybrid here, which is now producing split leaves. Pretty certain that's a hybrid, so that's good news. We've got a few others in here. Princeps there, love these things despite the fact that they don't like me. Bootia Lito cross right here, that's starting to become a pretty nice looking plant. I also have quite a few seedlings, mostly Tracky crosses that came through this year from some of the EPS members, and also Oct17. And the other thing I wanted to point out was this plant here, which is a Jabea crossed with a Jabea, which is about 4 years old, so it's not the fastest thing in the world, but I feel quite lucky to have that one. Beyond that, I've got a couple of Beautias generally that I've grown myself from seed, a couple of washes that are starting to get good size. These came from seed from South Korea, where they certainly see pretty cold winters, so I'm hoping they're going to be good. A few of Nigel's mountain queens, what do they call them. This one here is a Oct17. I'm not sure which one, but I've put it down as Alpinum because that seems to be what it is most like. But I'll find out, I suppose, in the fullness of time. Probably had that one 4 years now. Got it as a strap leaf seedling, so he's doing pretty well. Probably worth pointing out this Sable Birmingham, which is 10 years old now, believe it or not, producing split leaves. This came from Mike in North Carolina, which I love. I grow all my sables sitting in water all summer, and they seem to like it a lot. I've got a few more seedlings here that I must offer on the forum at some point because I don't need them all. Beyond that, a few other hybrids and lots of little palms coming along. I also have missed irrigation all the way down, so I don't have to water, which saves me hours. So moving on, I've got the obligatory dead Yate. This is Philostachys 5X Oriocalis, starting to kick out some pretty meaty culms now. I've been told that I ought to have put a root barrier around that one, but I didn't, so there you go. I'll probably live to regret that one. Nothing massively interesting here behind the trampoline. I've got a Tracky that's not doing badly in a Comerops, but the thing of note here is this Princeps hybrid. I don't know if you can see there's the trunk, and it's actually starting to put on a decent bit of size now. This is a really quick palm and does have the characteristic white leaf backs of the Princeps. Not quite as pronounced as pure, but I really like this palm. Really easy and satisfying to grow. So here is Sable Minor. This has been planted for years, probably about 8 years, and does very little, but it does grow. It grows maybe one leaf a year. Not a bad size now. Maybe my hand will give it some scale. And it just seems to absolutely love being drenched with water all summer. Hard as nails, but that's not the problem in the UK with these things. Buried away right at the back here is a Bootia Jabea hybrid, an F1 hybrid. I don't know if you can really see much of that one. Quite a nice looking plant. There's a shot of the label. There's the bulb now. This is a really slow, for a hybrid, this is very slow. I don't know why it's so slow, but it does grow. It was only probably 18 inches tall, it's probably a metre tall now, but that's been planted a long time. Back here Parajabea that you can't really see, that's been out for a couple of winters. Doesn't seem to mind our winters too much, so I'm going to persevere with that one. This is a Juania, one of two that I've got. It mysteriously spear pulled in the middle of summer last year, but it's grown that out now, and it's now starting to chunk up a bit. There's the second one still in the pot. I'm going to keep that as a reserve. This is an Aries Spatha that was been planted probably 8 years, whacked in 2010, back to the base. I sawed it right down to nothing, and that's the regrowth. So it doesn't look like much for probably a 15-year-old palm, but at least I can say it survived -12. 2010 was a horrific winter for us here. This one is a Butea, but it was bought as a Butea Parajabea hybrid, which it clearly isn't, but I just really like the shape and the form of this one. Really nice looking palm. And right here I've got a Butea Parajabea hybrid, which has been planted out for about 3-4 years and really is growing nicely and strongly now. I love this palm. I've seen other people's and I can't wait for it to bulk up. I just don't know how hard it is really, because we haven't had a big test of winter yet since I planted it. I've had several mild winters in a row. Over here I've got a pair of Buteagris, one like regular one, and the other is a mountain form. The mountain form is clearly quite a chunky one in comparison. I don't know if you can quite see that. That's a much beefier trunk on it that's just starting to form, much thicker leaf as well. The normal one is quite dainty, whereas this one is quite tough. Back here I've got a mystery dwarf beauty. I don't know what it is. It does flower from time to time, so it's definitely not anything regular. Nice nettle growing behind it. Little Trachycarpus princeps here. This one's been back from the dead. That's been planted out a long time. This is the only one I've had actually survive the winters. Don't know why, but they just seem to fall over. And at the back here I've got a Jabea Butea F1 hybrid. Butea Rainbow, which was made by Patrick, and apparently rainbow refers to the colour of the fruit as it ripens. But I mean, yeah, I love this palm. Look at the leaf shape and the way they, perfect mix of the two parents. Very nice. Over here I have a Philostachys aureus sulcata, I think is the correct pronunciation, and this has a very nice sort of tan on it that is on the side facing the sun. I really like this bamboo. It's stayed in a fairly sort of well behaved clump, but I usually trim the lower leaves. I haven't done this year, but it's starting to size up nicely. Next to it I've got a Cordyline australis that's starting to come up with a bit of a trunk there going on, so that's pretty nice looking plant too. So now I'll just go around the front. So this is the front garden. Here we have a waggy, and behind it a Cordyline, and behind it another waggy. The one on the right, on the left of the picture gets irrigated, and the one on the right doesn't. So that probably explains the size difference, which is quite amazing really. If I stand back a bit, it's quite a big effect there. And then if I walk round here a bit, that palm in between the two there is a Jabea Fiagris hybrid from Patrick. This has been planted now for about 4 years and it's doing really well. This is about the same height as me. That's roughly my eye level there. Look down the leaf here. The height, the characteristics of the Sagras with the the leaves there, and also the rounded end of the Jabea. Love that palm. It's growing quick as well. I also have a protea that's never flowered. Well, it might do this year, but it hasn't done. My lemon tree that's producing a lemon that's just ripening now. I need a bit more heat left in this year. Brought here, it's keeping a pot because it just don't seem to like growing in the ground here. This palm is one of Tim Hopper's Debutiagris. So that's a Jabea Butea as a mother. This has been only just been planted out, so it's probably smaller than some of the others around. They all came on the market about 2010, I think it was. This one here is a Debutiagris, but it's a Butea Jabea crossed with Ciagris, and this is probably my favourite palm. I absolutely love it. Look at the leaves there showing the Butea curve, the Jabea and the Jabea sort of leaf shape, and the staged leaves of the Ciagris. If I just try and give this some scale again, that's the size of that trunk there. So it's beefing up really nicely. Yeah, I love it.